Hello out there, and a beautiful afternoon in Florida today. I've actually finally got some time to myself here to relax outside. Not too hot, not too cold, just about as perfect as you can ask for in the month of May. And yeah, wife and baby are out and about on the town, and so I'm just relaxing, finally getting to this update video that I've been trying to make for, God, it feels like a month. And between the past like two videos that I posted, it's been probably like a month and a half, and yeah, it's just a lot of things have happened, a lot of time has gone by. I haven't been able to get to making videos, and so that's what I wanted to talk about today. First and foremost, though, I've got to tell you what I'm smoking, since I have a cigar right here. It is the Black Label Trading Company Royalty. Band is already off. Really good little stick. Yeah, and I also have to give a caveat. There are two kinds of people who smoke cigars on camera: people who look cool, and then people who try to look cool but don't, and I know that I don't look cool, so I just have to live with that. The news, though, and the update is that after, 4 years of making videos, I'm going to be closing the door on this channel in the next few weeks. So yeah, my time on YouTube doing knife reviews and with JT's Knife Life is coming to an end. And it's tough to say that, but over the past month and a half or 2 months, I've pretty much come to terms with it, and I'm no longer able to sort of run the channel the way that I want to, just because of my time. And so yeah, it's time to cut the cord and walk away. So yeah, so the reason for that is basically, like I said, it's a matter of time. And for those of you who don't know, I have been in the restaurant food service industry for just about my entire career. And I've always worked like holidays, weekends, late nights, that sort of shit. And the time that I had free, when I was like off on a Tuesday, or working a late night and then home during the day, that's when I would make my videos, and that's when I'd post them. And I had plenty of me time, I just didn't have a lot of family time. So I've been looking for a position that would give me more time with my wife and baby, obviously something that I could do like long term. The good news is that I found that. I'm working Monday through Friday now, and I'm working like business hours, so that's great. The bad news is that I really don't have any me time to film videos. It just isn't there. I've tried for the past couple months to try to find a way to like get some more of that time in order to do this, and it just hasn't worked out. I do have spare time, but I'd rather sit back and relax with a cigar, or I've been going for like jogs and stuff and exercising. I've lost 20 pounds since the beginning of the year. I'd rather do that and not spend time doing a knife review and then editing it and then posting it. That's time consuming, and I loved doing that, but I'm at the point now where I just can't commit to that anymore because I don't have as much time. And yeah, it's just time to move on. So I don't know how anyone else is when they start their channel. I don't know what other people think about or what their like values are, but when I started this channel, I had a number of principles, a number of things that I like 100% wanted to stick to all the time. Things that just mattered to me, things that I never really talked about in videos, but like just ways that I wanted to go about doing things and ways that I didn't. And one of the things that I told myself was that I wanted the channel to be consistent content, 2 videos a week minimum. And I was able to do that almost non-stop for 4 years, 2 videos a week. If I went on vacation, someone got sick, things happen, like still was able to post about 2 videos a week, sometimes up to 3 and 4 videos a week. I was never as like every day as someone like the big names on there, but I felt like I was doing everything that I could and everything that I wanted to. And I was doing it my way. And I always told myself, as soon as I'm not able to do it this way, I'm just going to be done. It just isn't going to be something that I want to let slowly die and just not be the same. And over the past 2 months, it's been real difficult to let it go to this point, just not having that consistent content and just letting things hang out there. I hated it. I've just hated it. So I did everything I could, in order to be able to create that content, and I just can't. I can't find the time. I don't want to prioritize it enough to find a time, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. I look at the other channels that are out there, and I look at the way that they are, and I'm just just happy with what I did. I'm not trying to knock anybody, but you know, some of the opportunities that I had to get bigger or to make money, like I could have taken them and maybe gotten to the next level and made this like a money making sort of thing, or gotten more popular. And I don't know, I just am happy that every time that one of those things came up and I had the chance to vector off of the path that I chose for myself, that I always stuck to what I wanted it to be. And so whether it grew or didn't grow, whether people hated the videos or loved them, like I stuck to what I wanted to do. And so I can walk away happy about that. You know, I enjoyed just about every minute of it, and obviously there's going to be a big void in my life, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's still a lot. It's still a lot to think about and to imagine that it's not going to be there. But it's better than just letting it slowly die over time and then not be the same. You know, I 100% believe that. You know, and the other thing that I think about is more and more, I don't know if I'm just becoming cynical, or if I'm like jaded, or if things actually are changing. But more and more, I just look at knives that are coming out and I'm just like, that's boring. That's boring. I've seen that too many times. I've seen that too many times. You know, like it just isn't as exciting. There's still some things that are really exciting. There's still some models that I really want to get my hands on. I'm still going to be involved in knives to some degree. I'm still going to buy things that I really want to get. It's just not going to be on the level that it was before, and I'm not going to be reviewing them. You know, one of the things I think about is every time Civivi comes out with something, I'm like, damn, it's exactly the same as their others. Like I don't know how the people who put out videos like every single day do it and aren't just like supremely bored of it. And I look at some of the young guys who are really excited, and I'm like, good for them. Like, good for these guys. Like I'm not passing a torch to anyone, because that's not the way that this is, and I'm not popular enough to have a torch to even pass. But like, I feel like there's a shelf life here where after a while, like you might just be done with it. And I think in addition to the time, like I just might have been approaching that point anyway. And I think that this really might just be for the best, that it's all sort of happening together. Because more and more the stuff that I want to talk about is like old stuff, old CRKTs, old Benchmades. Those are the knives that really interest me now. And the new stuff that's coming out, I just feel more and more detached from. So yeah, there's a lot of other channels, and maybe I'll link to a couple of them, or if you shoot me a message, I'll be happy to recommend some people who I stick around and watch and still interested in, and I'll definitely do that. But as it is, I think the reviewer game is certainly starting to pass me by. And yeah, so this is definitely for the best. So yeah, so what's still left and what's next, and many thanks. Well, let's just talk about what's left. So I have some giveaways, a number of giveaways, probably 2 or 3 that I'll be doing. Knives, wallets, a number of things. Maybe a review or 2 left, but I don't know. Those are harder and harder to get to. A giveaway video is easier to get to, so I don't really know if any more reviews will be coming. But some charity stuff, definitely. You know, raffle, giveaway sort of thing, and maybe some of that will end up on Instagram. I'm still going to be on Instagram. I'm still going to post somewhat regularly. I'll be around. So this is by no means a goodbye. I'm dipping out for forever, and I'm never going to be available. I mean, my goal here was, more than anything, was to meet people, and I was able to do that, and I was able to build relationships more than I ever imagined that I could. You know, that was what I intended when I started this. I wasn't on any message boards. I wasn't on Instagram. I had no knife friends. I had a growing knife collection and no one to share it with. And I wanted to start making YouTube videos in order to network in the community. And the fact that I was able to get any subscribers and followers at all was a bonus. You know, I never looked at this as something that should be geared towards making money. I never looked at it as anything other than, you know, building relationships and networking and having fun and like sharing the love of knives. That's all I wanted, and I got that way more than I ever imagined. So yeah, so I'm so thankful for that, and that can continue because I've built those relationships, and anyone who finds my videos can still reach out to me and comment, and we can connect from there, or you can contact me via Instagram or the email address. I'm still going to be around, you know. I, like I said, do have a few more videos to post. Then I'll have one last goodbye video, and that'll be that, and the door will be closed. But as for YouTube, am I done with YouTube completely? Well, I don't really want to ever say never. You know, like, I don't know that that's really the way that I want it to be. I don't want to close all the doors and lock them for forever. I don't think I'll ever come back to reviewing knives, even sporadically versus, you know, never even remotely regularly. Will I maybe do a knife video here and there if I get something awesome? Hell yeah, absolutely. Will I do a cigar video? Sure. Will I do a Star Wars video? I hope so. I hope I'll do stuff like that. If I do, it will be the same channel, but I'll probably change the channel name and do something different. JT's Life, or the Life of JT, or I don't know, some crap like that. I'll figure it out. But as it is, you know, JT's Knife Life, what it was, like, that's done. And so, you know, I'd have to come up with a different format, all this stuff. I haven't even really put any time into really thinking about that. But the point is that, yeah, there's still content to make. There's still stuff to share, and I'd still like to do that at some point. Just don't know when, and I'm not going to commit to anything at all. So last and certainly not least, the people that I have to thank. The list is endless. I could make an hour-long video thanking everybody who has impacted me and helped me out and supported me and not supported me, which actually does support you. You know, criticism is like the best instigator, I think, in my case at least. But yeah, just the relationships that I built, the people who have been kind to me, the gifts that have been sent, the kindnesses in terms of loans and like of knives, and people just wanting to share the love of knives. It's been incredible, and the community is everything that it has been advertised to be, and I love the fact that I can disagree with someone like 100% about everything that they like about with knives, but we can still be super cool. And that's what's happened so many times, is that, you know, my point of view is different from someone else's point of view, and like, you find that you can come together and just agree on the fact that, hey, at the end of the day, we all love knives, and whether you like this, or you think this is shit, or you think my collection is garbage, which a lot of people do, you know, it's still something that you can build off of, you know. And all of you people, everyone who has watched a video, the biggest gift that you've given me is time. Like, if I'm leaving mostly because of time, what you've done, spending your time watching my videos, I mean, that's, you know, I think about the YouTube channels that I still watch now, the ones that I'm able to get to, and I mean, they've impacted me because I'm able to carve out the time that I need in my day in order to see that content. And I know everybody's busy, everybody has life, and so just to think that people at some point, you know, even if it's not on the same level as the way that I look at certain channels, have looked at my channel that way and thought, man, JT put out a video, I need to watch that. Like, that feeling is something that I will carry with me for forever. And it's been a feeling that, and I know I've talked about this with some other, you know, channel creators and knife guys, that feeling is something that can power you through some pretty bad times and some pretty dark moments. And I've just had the luxury of that in my back pocket for a long time, and that's because of you. You know, whether or not you commented or were friends with me, or if I even knew you existed, is moot. You know, you were watching. I saw the views. I saw how many people were watching and for how long. I mean, you're spending time looking at my videos, and I know the knife is the star of the channel, and I always wanted it to be that way. But you know, the support that I felt from you guys doing that and being willing to spend your time watching my little channel was special, and it meant more to me than I can certainly express here. So my thanks to every single one of you, whether you're watching this or not. Hopefully you know that your time was very much appreciated and still is. So I don't know, guys, that's about it. I've had a long time to think about this and to ponder this, and so that's about as emotional as I'm going to get because I've already come to terms with it. But it's definitely tough to say goodbye and tough to walk away. And I just know that the reason that I'm able to do it is that those relationships are there, and that if anyone ever needs to find me, you know where I'll be. Um, Thank you again. I truly, truly appreciate it. Like I said, when I make that last video, I will give a proper goodbye. But until then, any questions, comments, complaints, suggestions, let me know. I'll see you later. Take care and have a good one.